Hi, I'm Delia Dutton, and today I'm doing something for Tokutember. It is a challenge to draw Tokusatsu stuff, like Power Rangers, Super Sentai, Kamen Rider, and so on in September. I'm not really going off of the prompts, but I wanted to draw something for the occasion anyway. So, I used to work in an English immersion kindergarten in Japan, and at the time I was watching Kamen Rider for fun, and my tiny students liked talking to me about it or making me draw characters during playtime. The kiddos were very creative and could be handed a bunch of craft supplies, and they would make origami swords and throwing stars or use the markers as toys. If it wasn't something that we had in the school set of toys, they'd make their own. So while watching them play, I thought that craft supplies would be a neat Kamen Rider gimmick. Most newer Kamen Rider series have a gimmick, like Space in High School for Fourze and Rings and Magic for Wizard. Honestly, I was kind of surprised that there wasn't already a stationary one, because many toy stores in Japan also have large stationary school supply sections, and because of the way that my students played. So I created Kamen Rider Year, with art supplies and memories and the calendar being her gimmicks. The main character is Kimura Mei, also known as Meiki. She thinks things in her town of Aurora are super boring and that nothing happens. But for the most part, she's happily working with her best friend Koda Mei, also known as Meiko, at the radio station. But all that changes when a strange young man on a motorcycle shows up claiming that ink monsters called Remare are stealing memories from the town. One of those Remares shows up, and before the young man can transform, he's attacked, dropping a strange whiteboard called a time driver and a colorless marker called a memoka. With her friend in town in danger, Meiki picks up both of them and transforms into Kamen Rider Year. She is able to chase off the Remares, but her best friend Meiko has lost her memories of them being close friends, and now behaves towards her like she is a distant coworker. The young man, Meijiro, explains that only one person can use the memoka and time driver. So now she's stuck with the ability and responsibility of protecting the town. I tried to include as much of the whole Kamen Rider experience as I could, with motorcycles, secondary riders, power-ups, collectible gadgets, bad guys with strange connections to the hero questioning their humanity, a weird Sentai crossover, seasonal events, and more. She ends up being able to transform her normal bicycle into her motorcycle, and has magic little origami to help her find bad guys and help her with other tasks. Her secondary riders are all themed off of the seasons, and sometimes they have drama between each other, and sometimes they're a good team. This painting is of Meiki and her base Kamen Rider Year form. It's kind of been a while since I've drawn her, and it was nice. Although her armor is mostly white, it does sort of have a slight iridescence to it, and you can faintly see that there are other colors to it. As she gets more powerful and gains more markers to allow her to transform into other forms, this colorfulness becomes slowly more apparent. Her story was a lot of fun to write, a lot of it was influenced by my time in Japan, so it kind of reads as a love letter to those precious memories. It's still one of the few long stories that I've completed writing, so I'm pretty proud of it. I'll put a link down in the description if you'd like to check it out. I wrote it over several NaNoWriMos, or National Novel Writing Months. I ended up having around 50 episodes, or chapters, but I was aiming to make it a complete season of Kamen Rider. And actually, thinking of them as episodes made the chapters really easy to write. The formula of fighting a monster of the week helped too. And I also limited each chapter to approximately 5,000 words, because the aim was to have it be readable in about 30 minutes, like watching an episode. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe to continue on this art journey with me. Bye!